Well, good morning. This morning we read from Acts chapter 20, which is really a chapter that gives us some good examples and good thoughts for ministry. Paul, first of all, shows a flexibility, a need to move about. And one of the challenges of ministry is we're often called to move and to make journeys for the Lord. But then there are some other specific examples. Paul, first of all, goes to Troas and begins to preach, and he preaches all night long, so much so that a young man falls asleep and then falls out of the window and is killed. And Paul goes down, prays for him, and raises him from the dead. The first lesson to preachers is if you intend to preach all night, be prepared to raise the dead. But then on to more serious points. We come into his command, his instructions to the Ephesian elders, that he declared the old counsel of God. He didn't hold anything back that was profitable to them. Even if what he was teaching them was hard for them to take, challenge their lifestyle, challenge them, Paul said, I've taught you everything. And I've taught you publicly from the pulpit and from house to house in personal visitation or personal appointments. Some people think that pastoral visiting is a comfort to the lonely. And of course, as part of that. But really, if the lonely need companionship, that's not really the job of the elders and pastors any more than any other member. Pastoral visiting is about extending the pulpit, as Richard Baxter said, extending the pulpit into the home and going into the home and continuing the teaching with those in our congregation, spending time in personal counsel and personal application of the word. So Paul said, I've not ceased to teach you both publicly and in every house. And then he went on to say, I'm innocent of the blood of all of you. I've not enriched myself. I've behaved honourably in front of you. I've been a good example. And these are big, hard challenges to ministers today, that we're to be an example to the flock, not exploiting, but giving ourselves over to help people grow, warning them, helping them, building them up, that they may be all that God intended them to be. And then looking for those who will replace us, looking for ministers to come on and to continue the work behind us. This created a beautiful bond. When he finished speaking, they all wept. And what grieved them most was his statement that he would never see them again, this side of heaven, I guess. So great was the bond and the tears between pastor and people. How we look for that relationship with those who God has given us to serve amongst. May the Lord bless you today. Amen.